Hi, today we are going to talk about the mystery of the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6, verses 2 to 4. Who were they? Genesis chapter 6, verses 2 to 4 speaks about a unique physical relationship between sons of God and daughters of human beings. The phrase sons of God has intrigued many students during the history of humankind. Theological views differ on the identity of the sons of God. In today's discussion, I will explain the major views held by students of the Bible regarding the identity of the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 to 4. Let us begin our study by looking into the text to see the meaning of the words used in the original language. In the Hebrew Bible, the sons of God are actually called the sons of Elohim. The daughters of men, in contrast, are called the daughters of humankind. Interestingly, the phrase sons of Elohim is used only in Genesis chapter 6, verses 2 and 4, and then three times in Job chapters 1, 6, 2, 1, and 38, 7. While there is disagreement among scholars on the identity of the sons of Elohim in Genesis chapter 6 passage, almost everyone agrees that the other three references in Job refers to angels. So, keeping the linguistic details in mind, let us consider the three views that scholars have suggested to explain one of the most intriguing passages in the Old Testament. The first view tries to read into the text an imaginative idea to solve the problem. It is the least popular view among the three views that I am going to share today. According to the first view, the phrase sons of God refers to children born to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden before they sinned and were kicked out from the garden. Daughters of men, on the other hand, refers to the ones born after they were exiled from the garden. However, this view lacks any factual support as the Bible does not speak anything about Adam and Eve having children while they were in the garden. The second view is somewhat popular among some theologians who argue that the sons of God refers to the descendants of mankind through the line of Seth, who were righteous, and the daughters of humankind refers to the daughters of Cain, who were rebellious. However, as I mentioned earlier, as per the meaning of the words used, the author is making a contrast between the sons of God and the daughters of humankind. He is not making a difference between two kinds of human beings. Moreover, the name Adam in the Bible means men. The daughters of humankind are the descendants of Adam, not of Cain, and the other group is the sons of Elohim. Through his choice of words, the author stresses on the difference between the sons of God and the daughters of human beings as two different kinds of beings. The third view, which is the most popular one, argues that there was a span of time in human history when some fallen angels were allowed to take physical bodies and were allowed to engage in physical relationship with daughters of humankind. This view explains why some of the offsprings of such relationships were said to be mighty people or giants. Mentions of heroes and giants in the ancient myths and stories could be due to the fact that there were probably giants existing as a result of such relationship between angels and human beings in the past. In fact, there is a passage in the Epistle of Jude that seems to be referring to these angels as he speaks about some of the fallen angels who chose to take human bodies. The sixth verse of Jude speaks about some of the angels who left their proper domain and are being locked up in eternal chains as a result of their action. Bible makes it clear that evil spirits and angels who rebelled against God are currently wandering freely in the world. However, Jude speaks about some specific fallen angels who are locked up in chains. Who are these fallen angels? Why are they locked up in chains? When all other fallen angels are wandering around freely, why are some of the angels locked up in prison or locked up in chains without the freedom to wander around? If Genesis 6 is speaking about some fallen angels, it is likely that Jude is speaking about God locking them up in eternal chains so that such relationship between angels and human beings will not occur anymore in human history. We just looked at the text to see the words used in the original language and considered three views that has theological implications on our perspective of angels and human beings or anthropology. I just shared these views, but it is up to you to choose the view that you like the most. So, what do you think is the identity of the sons of Elohim in Genesis chapter 6? If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. God bless.